sort of the king of CFR, FRB, and CIA. In business world, he is a king of banking facility, oil industry, military industrial, and media. And actually, very frankly speaking, Mr. David Rockefeller is a king of drug business. This young boy, Mr. Dan Wallace, he was found dead at the age of 23 on his bed. He lost his father on September 11. His father was a firefighter. And Dan Wallace was not satisfied with the government official story. And he had tried to find out the truth himself and came to the conclusion that September 11 was the inside job by CFR. However, unfortunately, he was found dead at the age of 23. This young man is Luke Radkowski. He is a friend of Dan Wallace. He also understands that September 11 was an inside job. September 11 was done by CFR people. That's why he has tried to find out the house of David Rockefeller in New York and waited for him to come out. And once he came out, approached him and face to face talked to him. You are guilty. You are behind September 11 attack. This fat man, his name is Nicholas Rockefeller. He is the cousin brother of David Rockefeller. And this Nick Rockefeller has told to one of the Hollywood director, Aaron Russell, 11 months before September 11 attack, that Aaron, there's going to be an event, and out of that event, we are going to invade Afghanistan so we can run pipelines through the Caspian Sea. We can go into Iraq to take the oil and establish bases in the Middle East and to make the Middle East part of the new world order. And we are going to go after Venezuela. He told these things 11 months before September 11. And all this has been materialized. That means September 11 is a job by Rockefeller and CFR. This is my English website. I knew that September 11 was Rockefeller's job long time ago. And I have uploaded this English website many years ago. And I say September 11 was generated by secret JEWDOM. September 11 was a hoax. The American Jewish government killed its own people. David Rockefeller of CFR is the mastermind. Greater Israel and New Khazaria must be realized. I have already pointed out these things long ago. Okay, I also came to the same conclusion long time ago. Therefore, I have prepared one English website. In this website, what I claim is that September 11 was generated by secret JEWDOM. September 11 was a hoax. The American Jewish government killed its own people. David Rockefeller of CFR is the mastermind. Greater Israel and New Khazaria must be realized. This is their final goal. For what they have planned this September 11 internal job and performed it? They have 7 different objectives. The most important objective was defend dollar. Then second is resume Afghanistan's drug production. Obtain Caspian and Iraq oil. Create business for Jewish military industrial companies. Destroy evidence of monetary crimes. To create Greater Israel. To rebuild Khazarian kingdom. These are their objectives. First objective was to defend Dara. Iraq was invaded to defend US dollar. Saddam Hussein has employed euro to deal oil instead of euro. If other oil-producing countries like Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, and so on follow Iraq, that means all the oil-producing countries stop using US dollar to sell their oil. If so, dollar will lose key currency status. If dollar is not used for oil trade, that means oil dollar never flow into the United States. Then US dollar will collapse. Rockefeller needed to defend dollar. For that, they had to eliminate Saddam Hussein. So they have sent US troops to wipe off Saddam Hussein. Dollar is instantly replaced euro first thing after fall of Baghdad. So people, including you may understand the next target of David Rockefeller is Iran and Venezuela. Next is drug. Afghanistan is world's largest producer of opium. Opium is the material to produce heroin. And Taliban government has banned opium production. That means 75% of the opium production in the world has been seized. The world drug laws, including CIA, were at a loss because they lost the source of income. So they had to wipe out the Taliban government to resume the drug production. They have condemned Taliban, who has been protecting Bin Laden. And using this reason, they have invaded Afghanistan. Immediately, they have restored opium production and even promoted it. Now, Afghan drug business grow much bigger than before. Now, Afghanistan produces 95% of the total world opium production. Next is oil. David Rockefeller owns ExxonMobil, Texaco, and his colleague Rothschild owns Royal Dutch Shell and British Petroleum. That means all the oil majors in the world belong to either Rockefeller or Rothschild. And naturally, they want the oil-rich countries. Afghanistan itself does not produce any oil. However, they needed Afghanistan because once they have pipeline through Afghanistan to transport Caspian Sea oil to Indian Sea, they can sell the oil to China and Japan. It is necessary to control Afghanistan. And since Osama bin Laden was in Afghanistan, they could send American troops. Soviet Union has also tried to install the pipeline to transport the oil to Indian Sea. And US supported bin Laden to disturb this Soviet government. And they have chased communist government out. That means bin Laden is all the time oil measures too, since then and even now. Iraq is naturally oil producing country. Its oil resources richer than Saudi Arabia. So naturally, David like to have it. After the fall of Baghdad, the interim Iraq administration has been established. And this administration quickly allowed foreigners to buy the Iraqi lands. Then American dual citizens entered northern Iraq to buy the oil-rich lands. Dual citizen means they are American at the same time Israeli. And Kurdish Jews who are living in Israel are now returning from Israel to Iraq. Oil, Caspian Sea and Iraq are now all stolen by Wall Street Jewish people and Texas Jewish people. Next is military industrial. All military business belongs to Jewish. If any war, they might make money. So they create war, as usual. This is not the first time. In the past, they have created World War I, World War II, Korea.